Hello, fans of the USFL and owners of the teams in the 20-team Premier USFL Fantasy Football League. Briefly, highlights Week 10. Just wanted to talk about those games really quick. First off, the game of the week this past week was the Panthers versus the Outlaws. Outlaws going in this with the best record. Panthers win. Defending champion Mark Niemi's Panthers win over the Outlaws. That's a big game. Panthers move a little closer in the Central Division. The LA Express win over the Invaders. Invaders were in first place, fairly comfortable out in the Pacific. No longer. The Express win over the Invaders in Week 10. And the Wranglers and Portland both win, making the Pacific Division very tight with four really good teams in the Express, the Invaders, the Breakers, and the Wranglers, all strong out in the Pacific. And then the Showboats and the Renegades both win to stay atop in the South. And the New Jersey Generals stay strong with the Feds and the Maulers all winning this past week out in the Atlantic. The New Jersey Generals do have a two-game lead over the Maulers. Maulers will play them last game of the season. All right, looking also at the records going into this week, we have two 8-2 teams in the Outlaws and the New Jersey Generals. We have 6, 7, and 3 teams. That does make up the top tier, those 8 teams right there right now, and going into what would be the playoffs if they occurred now. But then you have the Express and the Maulers, two very good teams, sitting at 6 and 4. You have the Feds and San Antonio Gunslingers at 5 and 5. Long shot at 5 and 5 to make this top tier playoff, but very possible. Two good teams, the Gunslingers and the Federals at 5 and 5. And then the 4 and 6 teams, of course, they must win out. Not going to mention them. Going on to look at this week, week 11, you got the Express going to the Gamblers. Gamblers only have 2 wins this year. Really had a tough season. Looking for a new owner, and I think we've got one. But the Express go on the road. 2-point favorite over the Gamblers. And then the Stars and the Bandits, these are 2 of the spoken 4 and 6 teams. They must win out. I don't see a 7 and 7 team making it, but I do see a 8 and 6 team making it into the top tier playoffs, possibly. Therefore, this is a make or break game. The Stars go to the Bandits, both teams 4 and 6. 2-point favorite for the Bandits right now in that game. And then the Spirit of Miami, who's come on a little bit here toward the end of the season, go on the road against the Showboats. Showboats are favored by 2. Showboats need the win. James Hayes Showboats, as they are trying to stay atop out in the South. And then the Federals and the Bulls. The Bulls with just 2 wins this year. Phil Wilfong's team, a little bit of a surprise. He's got a pretty good solid team. This is going to be a tight one, not quite lined up yet. Federals really need a win sitting there at 5 and 5 to have any shot or to stay in the hunt for a top-tier playoff spot. And then the Maulers and the Stallions play each other. Maulers got a 1-point advantage in this game. It's going to be close. Maulers really need a win, sitting there at 6 and 4, 2 games behind the New Jersey Generals. Then the Generals play the Outlaws. Outlaws are favored in this game by 2 points. Kyle Smith, Keith Clark's team over the Generals, Stacy Jacheco. Generals lose this game. Maulers win. The Atlantic gets surprisingly tight after a strong start for the Generals. And then the Oakland Invaders and the Michigan Panthers. The Oakland Invaders got another tough game this week. Possibly could lose their sole possession of first place out in the Pacific. Go on the road to play Mark Niemi's Michigan Panthers. Panthers are favored by 0.8 points in this game. That is the game of the week, the one to watch. And then the Portland Breakers and the Orlando Renegade, Michael Rodriguez and Jason Wise. Breakers started out strong. They've got a 0.2 advantage in this game. That could be our other game of the week. Breakers and Renegades, both teams trying to win their divisions, sitting right there near the top. Very important game for both of them. And then the Wranglers and the Gunslingers. The Wranglers are really looking strong. Kevin Perillou's team. San Antonio Gunslingers, Jake Matthews has slid here toward the middle of the season. But they are are going to have a home game here. Good things have to happen for the Gunslingers, sitting at 5-5 to have any shot of the top-tier playoffs. The Wranglers are looking strong, favored by 5 points in this game. And then the Gold and the Blitz, the Gold are winless this year. Looks like they're going to go down again on the road versus the Blitz. Michael Rutt's team, tough season. Michael, I feel you. Just a word of encouragement, Mark Nemi back a few seasons ago, who has won 3 championships, only won 2 games, came back the next year and won the championship. So, Michael, we feel you. Hang in there, keep playing hard. Blitz, Steve Smith, new guy in our league, inherited the Blitz, has had some tough luck, put together a pretty good team, might get his 4th win this week. But that's it, guys. Have a great week. Enjoy the week of football.